massive COVID-19 immunization exercise begins today. Number of COVID-19 active cases shows 40% decrease. Welcome to Updates at Noon. I'm Brenda Lepau. The National COVID-19 Immunization Program will officially begin today, with Prime Minister Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin being the first individual in the country to receive the vaccine at about 3 p.m. The implementation of the three-phase program, which started 2 days earlier than the originally scheduled 26 February, will see more than 500,000 frontliners receive the vaccine during the first phase, which will last until April.
Apart from Tan Sri Muhyiddin, also scheduled to receive the vaccine today are Health Director General Tan Sri Dr. Nur Hisham Abdullah and 4 other staff from the Ministry of Health. They will receive the vaccine at Precinct 11 Health Clinic, Putrajaya, which is one of more than 500 vaccination centres PPV identified nationwide. On Sunday, a total of 312,390 doses of Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine safely arrived in the country, with some being flown to Kuala Lumpur and Pulau Pinang, while others were transported overland to Johor. The vaccine was brought in from Singapore, which is the hub for distribution of the COVID-19 vaccine to Asia-Pacific countries. To date, 571,802 frontline members have registered for the immunization, with 57.3% being medical and healthcare personnel, while the remaining 42.7% are members of the security sector, including the Malaysian Armed Forces, Police, Royal Malaysian Customs Department, the Fire and Rescue Department of Malaysia and others. Since the first case of COVID-19 was reported in the country on 25th January last year, a total of 288,229 people have been infected with the virus as at 23rd February, with 1,076 deaths recorded for the same period.
Meanwhile, in Johor, Menteri Besar Datuk Hasni Mohamad is said to be among the first to receive the vaccine jab in the state. Datuk Hasni, along with the Johor State Exco lineup, will be vaccinated first to increase the confidence of the people, especially in Johor, on the safety of receiving vaccine injection.
In a statement, Datuk Hasni said the state government has identified locations that will be used as a vaccination centres in each district, which will involve the State Health Department personnel as preparation to begin the National COVID-19 Immunisation Programme, PIC. He said the programme will contribute to the effort of reopening the Malaysia-Singapore border, which in time could restore the economic development in Johor. Over in Perak, Menteri Besar Datuk Sarani Mohamad, along with 34,000 frontline workers, are listed among those involved in the National COVID-19 Immunisation Programme in Perak, which will begin on 1st March. According to him, over 60% of the frontliners have agreed to be vaccinated.
Bakinya itu ada sebab-sebab tertentulah, seperti mana dalam video tadi, kalau dia ada alahan yang teruk, dia tak boleh ambil. Yang kedua, kalau dia hamil ataupun dia baru kahwin dan hasrat untuk mempunyai zuriat, dia tak perlu ambil lah. Jadi mungkin baki daripada yang tidak bersetuju tadi atas sebab-sebab yang kita maklumilah.
Malaysia will need at least a year to develop herd immunity through the implementation of the National COVID-19 Immunisation Programme, or PIC. Science, Technology and Innovation Minister Khairi Jamaluddin, who is also the programme's coordinating minister, said this is based on the level of efficiency and professionalism of the Health Ministry MOH and if the vaccine arrives on schedule.
Ya, kalau sekiranya kita mensasarkan untuk selesaikan program imunisasi ini sebelum akhir tahun ini, di kemuncak program imunisasi COVID-19 kebangsaan, kita mestilah mencapai sehingga 150,000 suntikan setiap hari. Okay. Dengan kadar tersebut, barulah kita akan mencapai 70 hingga 80% daripada penduduk Malaysia.
Khairi explained that the herd immunity is expected to be developed during the third phase of the program. He also said that the government has always ensured the quality, safety and effectiveness of the vaccine before distributing it to the people. Currently, besides Pfizer, Malaysia has agreements with 4 other vaccine manufacturers abroad, namely Sinovac from China, AstraZeneca, United Kingdom, Gamaleya, Sputnik 5 from Russia, and a single-dose vaccine, CanSino Bio, China, which has yet to be assessed by the National Pharmaceutical Regulatory Agency and PRA. The number of active COVID-19 cases in the country has decreased by more than 40% since 2 weeks ago. However, Health Director General Tan Sri Dr. Noresham Abdullah said 13 new clusters were identified yesterday, with 11 linked to workplaces, while 2 involved the communities. The addition of the new clusters brought the total number of active clusters currently to 509, while the total number of clusters declared inactive were 586, after 8 clusters were reported to have ended yesterday. Tan Sri Dr. Nur Hisham said 90 clusters recorded the highest increase in new cases yesterday, including Tapak Bina Digital Lapan cluster with 131 cases, Tembok Bendera cluster with 107 cases, and Jalan Pelabuhan cluster with 95 cases. On the number of active cases, 2,468 new infections and 4,055 recoveries reported yesterday means that Malaysia currently have 30,475 active cases. This is a contrast to the peak of 52,186 active cases recorded on 10th February, with the number of active cases consistently declining since then, a testament of the effective SOP compliance among the rakyat. The large-scale Smart Paddy Field program, Smart SBB, which consolidates paddy fields through contract or rental agriculture, will increase paddy productivity through an efficient and optimal resource management. Agriculture and Food Industries Minister, Dato' Sri Dr. Ronald Kiandi, said the program that involved 11 companies has set the target of consolidating an area of 150,000 hectares for the first phase of its implementation, which would begin in June. He said the companies would serve as a project manager, service provider, buyer and manufacturer of the paddy produced, as well as supervise the use of fertilizers and pesticides through contract farming, with the farmers involved.
Jadi kita melihat bahawa jika tanah sawah ini diurus lebih efisien, kita akan dapat mampu untuk meningkatkan produktiviti. So kita ada ruang untuk meningkatkan, but dia mesti datang dengan pengurusan yang efisien, pembejaan, pengawalan air, penanaman serentak dan sebagainya.
Speaking after the signing of a memorandum of understanding for the Smart SBB program between the government and the companies, the minister said the program is expected to increase the average income of farmers from 5,000 ringgit to up to 7,900 ringgit a year. He added that farmers could take part in the Smart SBB program through cooperatives of farmers associations, and they can choose to grow any type of paddy variety. Chief Statistician Dato' Sri Dr. Muhammad Uzair Mahirin has called on all Malaysians to participate in the Population and Housing Census 2020. He said although the online method or e-census is still open, there were many who had yet to do so. As up till 21st of February, only 10.45 million or 35% of 32.7 million Malaysians have completed the Census 2020. According to Dato' Sri Dr. Uzair, the census system this time is different from the previous system, which only took about 4 weeks to complete. He said for those who want to do it without the face-to-face meeting can continue to do so via e-census.
Sekarang ni anggota-anggota DOSEM di negeri, daerah sedang berinteraksi atau berhubungan dengan komuniti setempat, dan sekiranya tidak ada masalah dari segi penularan COVID dan sebagainya, anggota-anggota kita akan terus membuat pembancian bersemuka pada masa sekarang lah. Maknanya kita melaksanakan tapi dalam skala bercorak, bersasar.
Dato' Sri Dr. Muhammad Uzair also said that Department of Statistics has yet to implement the Census 2020 on a large scale via face-to-face meetings due to the constraint of COVID-19 transmission. The Census 2020 was implemented in 2 phases, which has been rescheduled, namely the first phase, online, has been extended until 21st December last year, and the second phase, conducted face-to-face, from 20th January to the 6th of February due to the COVID-19 pandemic. But first, Terengganu FC and L have emerged as champions for the inaugural Shah Alam City Cup on goal difference after all 3 competing teams were tied on points at the end of the tournament.
Terengganu FC LL won after scoring 3 goals in 2 matches, 1 in a draw with UiTM FC and 2 goals in another drawn match against Sri Pahang FC. Sri Pahang FC were placed second, having scored only 2 goals in a draw against Terengganu FC LL, while UiTM FC came in third. As a champion, Terengganu FC LL took home a challenge trophy and winner medals. In the last match of the tournament between Sri Pahang FC and UiTM FC at UiTM Stadium yesterday, both teams failed to score despite repeated forays into their rivals' territory. The best chance for Sri Pahang FC emerged in the 39th minute but was squandered by Muhammad Bakiuddin, who sent the ball careening above the goal. Both teams continued to attack but were unable to score until the end of the match.
The Malaysian Hockey Confederation (MHC) is committed to make the 2021 Malaysia Hockey League (MHL) a success, even though the cost is expected to exceed 2 million ringgit. MHC President Datuk Seri Subhan Kamal said the increased cost was due to the league having to comply with stringent standard operating procedure (SOP), including the concept of the sports bubble for the league competition scheduled to begin from 11 March to the 3rd of April.
In the MHL bubble, all players, coaches and officials involved will be accommodated in the same place and will not allowed to leave or mingle with those outside the bubble. Previously, MHC Competition Committee Chairman Datuk Sri Aniljit Singh said cost for the MHL sports bubble to house around 600 people beginning 10 March was estimated to be around 300,000 ringgit. Meanwhile, Datuk Sri Subhan was also sure that the Education Ministry (MOE) would provide exemptions to players with student status to participate in the MHL this year. He also confirmed that all 8 teams for the men's category and 6 teams for the women's category have registered will continue their participation.
With that, we end updates at noon. In our top story, massive COVID-19 immunization exercise begins today. Join us again at 10 p.m. on my Freeview saluran Berita RTM channel 123. You can also stream the news live on YouTube at saluran Berita Live or via RTM's MyClick web portal and mobile app. Till then, I'm Brendan Lipol. Thank you for watching and stay tuned to TV2.